Hello students, now this time we are going to deal with interview, how to frame the questions for interview. Before that, we have to, for your kind information children, we have already completed all these other written skills topic. Now we have started and completed the textual part also. Explanation is done. Your this one, all the activities, ice-breaking activities, brainstorming activities, along with other examples, extra examples. I've covered each and every topic, alhamdulillah, of standard 12 textbook. Now we are starting with the revision area. So in the revision, as we have completed the other written skills also, but still I want you all to ponder on these topics seriously. Take down your notes also, children. Detailed theory notes are being provided to you through these lectures. You should be very much thankful to God that you are getting the material ready in your hands. Only thing is you have to jot down in your notebook. Don't get dependent on this technology. Okay children, now let's move on towards the definition of an interview. An interview is a structured dialogue where one participant asks questions and the other gives answers. The word interview refers to a one-on-one conversation between an interviewer and an interviewee. Interviewee responds the questions asked by an interviewer. Simply, interview is a situation where formal meeting takes place. Taking interview is a skillful act. We have to perform a role of interviewer. It proves our capability and skill of interacting with interviewee. The way we ask questions, the way we enable the interviewee to think and imagine really test our linguistic insight. Now this is to understand children, what are the tips for improving interviewing skills? The very first step is prepare a set of questions. You have to be ready with the set of questions earlier, beforehand only, before the interview. Okay. Then welcome the person properly. This shows your mannerisms, your etiquettes, how humble you are. Understood? So you have to welcome the guest properly. Be polite. Let the person speak. Don't go on speaking. Give the person, the interviewee also, the chance to speak. Focus on the person's profession. This is very important. Most of the time you go on asking the question which are personal based, means personal informations are not required much. When you are taking an interview of a professional person, you should be focusing on the profession only. So do not expect answers quickly. This shows that you are in hurry. Give the person chance to speak. Give the person chance to think. Understood? After thinking only he will respond. Be observant and listen closely. You have to be careful. Don't go on speaking. Be a patient listener and observer. Okay? Wait for answers. Do not hurry. Be friendly. Make the person curious. You have to be very friendly in your nature. Don't be bossy. Don't bully the person. Don't be dominating. The person should get free. You should be approachable enough. Okay, he should speak in a very clear and a transparent manner. Be consistent with your questions. Encourage the person to speak freely. Act naturally. Thank your interviewer. Obviously, you have to thank the interviewer for sparing their valuable time. Understood, children? Before this, in the other lecture, I've given you the whole format also. So, look at that format also, the beginning questions, all those things. You have to be very much particular in the terms of wonderful interviewing questions. Now, here I've given you one exercise. This exercise will be very much will make you very much clear about how to write. Okay, imagine that you have to conduct an interview of a wildlife expert on the occasion of World Environment Day. Frame set of 8 to 10 questions for it. Now you have started writing. Good afternoon, sir. It's our great pleasure to talk to you. On the occasion of a very special day today, I'm Smith, Secretary of the Nature Club, heartily welcome you. Look at the exclamatory mark, look at the quotation marks, punctuation. Understood? This first paragraph is very important for you all to introduce the person. What exactly inspired you to go very close to forest? This is the very first question which you are posing. Then 8 to 10 such kind of questions you have to frame. What exactly is there in your mind while wandering in the forest? What were the challenges before while you stay in the forest? What are the biggest challenges of wildlife today? What is your greatest strength? How does it help you as a wildlife expert? Tell us about a time when you made a decision you were proud of. How can social media be helpful for wildlife protection? Is wildlife a better career option? What message would you like to give to youngsters? These are the set of questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 questions are there, children. So, as you are actually here, I have tried to give you all the questions which are related to wildlife, and here this question may give you 2.3 marks, children, if you are very much thorough with the topic and proper in your all the components of writing interview questions. Understood? Here you have to frame the questions in 3 types. First is open-ended question, second one is close-ended question, third one is hypothetical question. Open-ended questions are those questions which are brief in answer. You expect an answer from the person. Understood? The person will answer something to you. Then the second is close-ended question. You frame in such a manner whereby the person gives you the answer only yes or no. Understood? This is time bound, means most of the time, if in case in future if you become a radio jockey or the journalist and you have got so many questions in your mind, you want to gather lots of information from the interview, to give the person less chance to answer and frame the question so systematically, so smartly, you don't give a person the room to speak. The only thing and the only response which he will give to you will be either yes or no. Understood? So you have to be smart enough in framing your question, children. So this type of questions we call it as close-ended questions. Then we have the third category of questionnaire is hypothetical. Now what do you mean by hypothetical? Hypothetical means assumption based. You are giving a person a scenario, you are giving a person a situation in which the person is going to think and rethink and then respond. Understood? Suppose the situation you give, if given a chance in the board exams to score good marks, would you like to cheat? This is the question. We call it as assumption based. Means you're going to think, you'll go in the exam hall directly and you'll think about the chance. If I've been given a chance or a situation whereby I can cheat to score good marks in the board exams, will I be able to cheat, or will I be in a position to pay 500 bucks more and go for the exam again in case of failure? Understood, children? So you have to be honest also in your response, and sometimes you have to be very much transparent also. Sometimes you have to be very much diplomatic also. Depends on the question which are being posed by the interviewer. So here only framing of question is being taught to you. You are not supposed to answer. Only write down 8 to 10 questions with a introductory paragraph. Understood, children? Hopefully this topic must have given you a wonderful insight about how to take an interview. Understood? Then definition is also given to you. Write down in your notebook. These are the tips for improving your interviewing skill. You will be helped by these bullet points, inshallah. Then one example also is been given to you, how to write a interview question in the board exams. Hopefully you must have understood it nicely, children. In the next lecture, we'll deal with some other topic. Thank you.